Welcome, YouTube fam, back to my channel. This is John, aka DarkWolf92, and I've got a very interesting video I plan to react to. It just caught my attention. Excuse me. Wow, where'd that come from? Apologies for that. It's from Alpha M. I have been following his channel now for roughly about since 2020 when when COVID hit. I started working from home. That's when I first discovered his channel. um the guy has been just pivotal and given so much advice, but today for us men on how to take better care of ourselves. Okay, how to take care of ourselves, what we eat, our physical appearances, are things that men shouldn't do anymore at a certain age, or what you should have outgrown, what you should focus on to excel, and what you should not allow people to take away from you for your enjoyment. But he has posted a video, and the title alone caught me off guard. And I mean, it was just unexpected. I'm serious. It was pretty much unexpected. And he talks about it basically on the thumbnail. It said, "Stay single." And I was like, oh, wow. Okay, this I got to see. So, pretty much, I am going to go ahead and see what he has to say about that. I wanted to bring you all along for this ride. Check it out. But before we get into it, I just want to clarify something, because I mean, um, I've been doing YouTube for 5 years now, and I'm just going to straight up say it. It's been a struggle because of consistency issues, ranging from me having medical issues to work being outlandish, and then what most of y'all know was my what I took away from, or what got away from YouTube for a while. The most important thing, that was taking care of my mom. And every time I've tried to come back to YouTube, it's been harder and harder. And I just want to say straight up, my channel is a reaction channel. I don't have a set type of reaction. I react to a variety of things. If people recommend something for me to react to, I will do what I can to react to it. If it seems like something I wouldn't really be interested in or enjoying, then I'm not going to react to it. But most of my subscribers have provided some things for me to react to that have been pretty awesome or pretty funny. And that's the thing. My reactions can range from gaming trailers, moving trailers, from true crime videos to horror videos to ghost videos to just videos that talk about life in general, videos that even talk about scripture and beings from the Bible, which I definitely enjoy those a lot. And I'm starting to see more and more of those on YouTube now. And a lot of them, they, as much as I hate to say it, they are repeating the same thing. So that's why you may not have seen me react to most of them. Okay. But I do love seeing those types of videos. And I just want to say, uh, yes, I act goofy from time to time. Yes, I am a clown. Yes, I will act up when I do these videos. That's just something that who I am. Okay. And I will always be that way. And I hate to say it, I feel like I myself have been restricting myself from being who I am. Okay. And before we go any further, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all like, what happened to his face? Yes, I shaved everything down, got clean, because I want to, regrow the beard to the full thickness. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I just want everyone to know what type of channel this is. Um, I occasionally will have videos with unboxings whenever they happen, or food sampling whenever they happen, but a large majority of the channel is going to be based off of video reactions. All right. So with that being said, I pray that everybody enjoys the channel. I have been, since I have not been working, I have been pushing the channel even more. So this is why I really would appreciate everybody's support. Okay. And the fact is that it's fun. I really do enjoy doing these reactions. And a lot of times there's things that happen, like if I do a ghost video or a scary story, there are things that I react to that trip me out. I've actually started looking more into the true crime videos, which I used to watch with my mom, and these people, it's crazy when you see just how crazy people are. But anyway, I'm not gonna go on any further, but I just wanted to share that little bit of information with you about me and myself and the structure of the channel itself. So all your support that I get from y'all is greatly appreciated. And I may be branching out soon, hopefully Lord's will, and he blesses it to happen, with a friend of mine to start a channel, which we're going to be basically using that channel to talk about anime, movies, games, and he and I just need to get together and lay down the paperwork for it. Hopefully we'll be able to do it soon. The enemy's already been getting in the way, trying to slow me down, but as he can kick me as much as he wants to. I just know that I am still blessed and highly favored, and the good Lord's going to bring me through any and all trials. Okay, he's brought me this far, and I know he's not going to let me go. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, and as always, guys, to support the channel, if you like this video, please hit that like button. That is extremely important. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, share the video, and if you're already a subscriber, as always, thank you so much for your support, and hit that notification bell so you know when these videos go out. Now, let's see what Alpha M has to say about staying single. Guys, also, if you see certain cuts in my videos, it's because I am editing out ads that pop up. Sadly, I'm because of finance reasons, I can't maintain premium, so I am doing regular YouTube, and I do get the ads, and I am cutting those out. So if you see that jump, like in my videos, a sudden jump, it doesn't seem to match, that's why. All right, just wanted to share that with y'all.
So from the age of 3, I was obsessed with women and beauty. My mom will often tell the story about me in a department store.
What male, straight male especially, is not?
And walking past like the doll section and me stopping and just like staring at this one doll. And she goes, "Aaron, what's wrong?" And I said, "Mom, oh my God, she's so beautiful." And so this was something that my mom likes to talk about. And I've always appreciated women and beauty and girls, if I'm being honest. And over my 49 years, I've learned some things. I've had some
49.
heartache. I've had some bad relationships. I've dated the wrong people, but then I found the one that made me whole.
Trust me, I can relate on the bad relationships and dating the wrong ones. I can count on one hand out of the women that I've dated, the 2 women that I wish never got away. One, I kind of pushed away because we started dating right after I just got out of a really bad relationship, which that to me was too soon. And the second one, well, she wanted to move away to a different state to pursue her career in fashion, because she wanted to be a fashion designer, and she had some beautiful outfits, by the way. And I had just started working my new job and wanted to build a career there, which is sadly the job I had to walk away from, which I was there 20 years. So those 2 were the closest to the ones I probably say would have made great wives. A lot of the other ones, it's been bad. It's been bad. With the exception, probably one other who's still a good friend of mine, and she pretty much just didn't want to have any more kids, which I still want to have kids. She already had 2. She says, "I'm done with that." And plus, she wanted to pursue her career, so she really didn't want to get into a relationship. I was like, fine, so be it. Anyway, sorry for that interruption. When he said that, I just had to let that out.
And we're about to celebrate our 18th wedding anniversary in a few days. And so today, I started thinking a little bit about it, and I just wanted to share some of the things that I have learned about women over my illustrious 49 years on this earth that I just think you should know, or at least hear me say, because if you're like me, it's probably not going to stick, but maybe in the back of your head, you'll remember, yo, Alpha mentioned this. And so when you start to see it, you either avoid it or lock it down. So number one, it doesn't matter how beautiful a woman is. If she is not a good person or a kind soul, you shouldn't be with her. Number two is if she cheats on you, she'll do it again. Do not ever let somebody disrespect you that way.
When I was 22, sorry to pause it, but I got to share this. When I was 22, I was dating a girl who, I tried my best to give her the world, but she messed around with everybody and their mama, including a friend of mine, a so-called friend of mine from high school. And the thing is that even after we broke up, she started dating another so-called friend of mine who claimed, and this was a promise, a vow that we made as friends, is that we don't date one another's exes. And pretty much he was just hard up to date anybody. So he started dating her also, and then came crawling back to me seeking forgiveness from me. And pretty much I was just like, dude, get out of my life. Okay, leave me be. Because I had to cut loose a whole section of these fools from high school because they showed their true form. Pretty much if they would stab you in the back for a piece of booty. And they did. And I kept giving her chance after chance after chance. And she actually, because I just started pulling away from her, she broke up with me. I was like, hey, that's fine and dandy. Do whatever you want. So, but yeah, don't let a woman disrespect you, or women, do not let a man disrespect you. If your partner is cheating and they continuously do it, no, you're better than that. Like he's saying, do not let them disrespect you. You boot their ass and you move on. You cut all ties from them and let them live their lives miserable, trying to figure out who they are or what they want. And you just move on because you're better than that. You deserve better than that. And you take the high road. Don't get revenge on them. Don't say you're going to get even. Just take the high road, move on, and better your life. Let them wallow in their own misery. And do not go back. Never go back. Never look back. Because that's my rule. You got one time to screw me over. And once you do it, that's it. I cut ties. I don't look back.
When it comes to meeting somebody, you need to make sure that you're aligned, not only physically, meaning like you find them physically attraction, but spiritually, intellectually,
Ooh, she cute.
And also just fundamentally. You are trying to have a relationship with somebody and you are on different views, whether or not it's politically or religiously or spiritually. It's probably not going to work, because the reality is that you're not going to basically make this person change, and they aren't going to make you change. If she's trying to change you, she's not the person for you.
Exactly.
Period.
She should accept you, or he should accept you as you are.
B, even if you think you're going to change for a little bit, you're probably going to regress into the way that you are, because you are the way that you are, and you're amazing. It doesn't mean you shouldn't pick up your socks or your underwear, throw them in the hamper, but if she's trying to change something that is fundamentally hardwired into who you are, do not be with that person. You need to be with somebody that accepts you for your flaws, doesn't necessarily have to love them, but she loves you and is willing to overlook some of your shortcomings, because the truth is nobody is perfect, and neither is she. Communication is critical. Without it, your relationship will not last. It will fail. All right, you've got to be willing to roll up your sleeves and really communicate. Use your words. Let her know what's going on. And pay attention to little things that she does, little things that she says. And in my opinion, doing special little things for her when she least expects it is one of the things that will really make your relationship flourish. Now, it's not saying that you need to buy her like super lavish or expensive gifts, but Pay attention. Like, give you an example. The other day, my wife and I are out, you know, just hanging out. It's a Saturday. We're at this farmer's market in Marietta Square. And we're talking to this couple, and my wife like hits me and she goes, look at her bracelet. And I look down, I see that this woman has this like super like elegant, simple bracelet. And so I remember that. I'm like, all right, I got to go see if I can find her something, right? And so I actually went to the website Ideal, and Ideal, it actually, hang on. You want to go give it to my wife together?
Honey, I got you something.
What's this? Is this a gift?
Maybe.
Is it a present?
Maybe.
Ooh, I love this.
Yeah?
Where'd you get this?
Ideal.
Love it.
Ideal.com, that site you showed me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is that thing. Oh, yeah. I love this.
Yeah?
Ooh.
It's so sexy, isn't it?
So nice. The quality's awesome.
It is.
Can we
Look
see
at
it?
all the stuff
there
that
it
comes
is.
with it. Like, nobody does this.
Oh wow. So it comes
Find
with a
funny
cleaning kit and
things
everything.
in serious situations, miss the point, drop the ball, pick yourself up, and walk tall. How awesome. It's inspiring, it's gorgeous, the quality's great. Ooh, okay, my new favorite spot for jewelry.
Can I put it on you?
Yes, please. Love it. How fun is that little clasp? Oh, look how good. It's delicate, it's feminine, super trendy, great quality.
I like the fact that it comes with a cleaning
it.
brush and
Like,
kit.
all of these bags are great for travel, even this box. Like, this is gonna hold stuff and it's not gonna slide around in your bag. Like, super functional, all of these. Like,
I think
these
that-
are all gonna be put to good use. Nobody sends stuff like this with
That
jewelry.
is nice.
Nobody does. Yeah, all of these things, keepers.
Guys, real quick, I'm gonna link down below to Ideal. You gotta go check them out. If you're looking to do something special to make your spicy senorita go, oh my God, right, and freak out, you gotta check them out. They are super affordable. Lab-created diamonds, gold, you can choose between yellow, white, or rose gold. They've got earrings, they've got necklaces, they've got bracelets, they've got rings, and the thing that's really cool is that some of like the earrings and some of the bracelets, like you can actually like add on and get additional pieces.
Oh, wow.
And
So
so
you
it's
can
almost like a
modify 'em.
transformer. You guys remember like Transformers? Same thing. Also have free shipping,
can't-
free
who doesn't
returns,
remember
and the price, like I
Transformers?
said, is amazing. She is absolutely gonna love Ideal because you picked it. It's also super sexy. Brings me to the next.
Okay, I just want to point this out when he talked about don't don't spend lavish gifts on women or the girl that you're interested in. That was always my issue for years. I always felt like, well, if I do this for them, if I give them this, they're gonna like me. Okay, they're gonna think more of me. And I'm just gonna be honest. Back then, I was always very insecure. Okay, and because of I was rather overweight, due to medical issues, as y'all probably see my mouth. Sadly, got issues with my teeth, and it was just and I still kind of shy away, but I always felt like, well, if I do this, or if I give them this, that would make this girl like me. And it turns out once you start doing that, you will start getting used. Don't do that. Do not do that. If you do things like that for any woman in your life, it should be either your mother or that woman that's in your life. She's already chosen to be your wife. Okay? Do what's right for you. Okay? A relationship, especially starting a relationship, should not break you. Okay? Because that's not what it should be about. She should not be expecting you to blow your whole life savings on just her before she's even confirmed that you're her boyfriend at least. No. You take the time, get to know each other, understand each other. Yeah, like he said, once in a while get her little special things to surprise her, but do not go overboard. Because the moment you start doing that, that's when you are no longer considered a romantic interest. That's when you become basically just an opportunity. Okay? And it's sad. You should never allow people to do you like that. Don't ever let people do you like that. It took me, sadly, almost 30 years to realize that. Maybe 30, maybe 25 at the most. Not 30, but 25. But yeah, I finally took me like when I hit 40 to get it together with that. If you don't care for me for who I am, then I'm better off alone.
Next thing we got to talk about, and that is finances. If she's bad with money, you don't want to be with her. I'm just telling you, if she is a disaster financially, it's going to be something that perpetuates into your relationship. And then her problem is going to become your problem. You don't want to date somebody who's bad with money. Trust me, I have. It's not good. Something else is if she's not a hard worker. Don't date somebody who is lazy, because if she is lazy, whether or not it's her job or her body, she will be lazy in your relationship. You don't want to date somebody who's lazy. You also need to not be with somebody who is the fun girl or the party girl, because a lot of the time, this is going to manifest into some not so amazing behaviors. You also don't need to be with somebody who is super promiscuous. And while we're talking about it, you also shouldn't be super promiscuous, in my opinion. You can't have a double standard, all right? It's not okay to be with 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 people. It's just not okay, in my opinion. Do you want that person to be the mother of your children? Probably not. And she doesn't want you to be the father if you're somebody that has gone and slept with tons of people. It's not special at that point. And if she flirts with your friends or tries to use sex as a weapon, two things, those are huge warning signs. Get away. You're going to...
Not just, I apologize, I'm pausing so much, but hey, this is a reaction video. I want to get back to what he was saying, okay, about being promiscuous. I could count on both hands, just both hands alone, how many women I've actually been with, okay? Because I made a promise to my mom years ago. She begged and pleaded with me, and I had someone tell me, your mom shouldn't have told you that. Well, yeah, I'm glad she did. She begged and pleaded with me to not be like my father. She didn't mean it as in don't be a man or a hardworking man or a gentleman. No. Don't be like your father, as she meant by being abusive, being neglectful, being a cheater, and just making babies. Okay? I have no shame in admitting it. Papa was truly a rolling stone. And I may have mentioned it in some other videos where I had a half sister I found out I had who lived in California. And this was back in 96 or 97. She sent me a letter thinking I was him. And I reached back out to her to find and explain, I'm not him. I'm his son. And even my mom confirmed that since he was in the Air Force, she confirmed that he more than likely was in California around the time she could have been conceived. Because we sat down and talked about it. Okay. And when I reached out to him about it, he played it off. So that's what she meant. And it's true. Nobody wants to be with somebody who is willingly just handing it out. Okay. I have always been very careful. And the biggest thing is I didn't want to have children out of wedlock. I've always been careful with that. And I kind of hate the fact that I don't have any children. I really want children. And the reason why I say that is because sadly, after my mom passed, I regretted the fact that I was never able to bless her with grandchildren. And that was something I always wanted to do. But at the same time, like Alpha is saying, don't just want to go around passing it out like you're giving out flyers to an Astros game. So
You're going to have fights, and that's the next thing I kind of want to talk about. How you argue, how you deal with conflict and issue, which will
that
arise.
looks
You
good.
will have problems in your relationship, all right? How
that just
you
a
handle
pizza?
it, how you deal with it, how you disagree is very important. If she goes crazy and hits below the belt and goes nuts and does all sorts of toxic things, or brings up the past, actually, they all bring up the past, that will never go away. All right, you're still probably going to be arguing about things when you did when you first got together. At least we still do. My wife and I, it's so funny. Sometimes we'll be in the midst of like a frustrating argument or something like that, and we'll just stop and I'll laugh. And she's like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "The fact that we're still arguing about this after 22 years." And then typically we make up, and yeah, like it's just funny. But that's what happens when you're with somebody for a long time. You grow together, but you understand each other. And that's a thing that's so amazing. You've got to look for somebody that understands you. You've got to look for somebody that uplifts you, that loves you, that thinks you're awesome. Doesn't mean that they think you're perfect or kisses your ass. Doesn't expect you to be perfect. She just expects you to try. Period. She doesn't expect you to have a perfect body, but you, as a man, need to do what you need to do in order to stay in good shape. And that's something that I just kind of want to touch on. If you expect her to stay attractive, which you do and you should and she should, you have to reciprocate. You can't get lazy, which is the next thing I don't want you to do, which is laziness. Get lethargic with your passion. Get lethargic with your relationship. Get lethargic with your body, with your style, with you trying to look good. The same things you did in order to attract her, you need to keep doing. Because one of the big mistakes guys make is they'll get lazy, they'll get sloppy, and then all of a sudden, they let everything go, including making that person feel special.
I think Sinbad, the comedian Sinbad, made that point also in one of his stand-ups. He said the same thing you did to get her are the same things you have to do to keep her, just like he said. And that's true. All right?
Because if you're not going to make her feel special, which she craves and wants, somebody else may. You got to understand that. She's not looking for you to be perfect. She's not looking for the perfect body. She is looking for you to pay attention and to do what you need to do in order to basically uplift yourself, but hold her at a high regard. And the way that you do that is by taking care of yourself, in my opinion. Not cheating on her, being a good dude, taking care of business, being somebody that she can lean on, but doesn't try to solve all of her problems. A lot of times when she bitches or whines or tells you something, she's not looking for you to fix it. She just wants you to listen. But if she wants you to fix it, then fix it. And the other thing I just want to mention is don't be selfish in the bedroom. This is something else that a lot of guys have a bad habit on, right? Because you watch too much porn, all right? It is not designed to make her feel good about herself or to take the woman into account when it comes to satisfaction. You've got to do what you need to do in order to keep her happy and satisfied, just like she should reciprocate for you. So anyway, I just wanted to share some of the things and the big takeaways I've learned over my 49 years of loving women. They're incredible when you find an incredible one and the right one. And if
That's
you're
the
with
key
somebody
thing.
and
The
you
right
know
one.
deep down it's not right, it's time to do the hard thing, which is be honest. All right, and this is one of the hard things. A lot of people stay in relationships longer than they should simply because they don't want to do something that's hard, but they know deep down in their heart
Damn, she
that
cute.
it's not right. Time, we talk about it. Time is your most valuable
Never say
asset.
that
Why
line.
are you wasting time with somebody that's not right? Period. For whatever reason, you know. And I'm not saying like the whole like fear of commitment. If you find the right person, you're not going to fear commitment, period. When you do, it's magical, it's amazing, and it's going to change every single aspect of your life. But on the flip side, if you're with the wrong person, and only you can answer that, it will make life a lot harder.
Well, I think he said enough right there. Guys, all in all, I mean, like I said, the thumbnail talked about stay single, but I didn't expect him to get into detail like that, which is awesome. That was really good. And a lot of things that he talked about, I can relate to in a way. I fully understand. I've been there. I've seen it firsthand. Of course, most guys have. But my biggest thing is that like I mentioned earlier, I always worried about, I had low self-esteem, and I would allow myself basically to be a simp. And I'm think by the grace of God, I'm not that way anymore. I'm happier if I'm to be alone. Okay. And like you said, you have to have somebody in your life that is equivalent to you. It says in scripture, do not be with somebody who's not equally yoked. I mean, to date somebody, if you're a person of God and try to date somebody who's an atheist and think you're going to change them or they're going to change you, it's not going to work. Okay. A lot of times, if you're dating somebody and your spectrum on politics is way different than theirs, it's not going to work. Okay. Sometimes opposites can attract, and sometimes when they do attract, it's very temporary. When you're dating someone, find out who they are. Okay. As for me right now, I'm single. All right. And to be honest, with everything that's going on in my life right now, I find it best that I am single. Okay. Because being in a relationship right now would not be a good thing. It would be very stressful. It would be very, how can I put it? It would be high octane toxic. And neither me or the person I would be dating would need that much stress. So I'm focusing on myself right now. Something I should have did many years ago. And if any young people are watching this, focus on you. Focus on your education. Focus on your career. Focus on your finances, like he talked about. Focus on your finances and make sure that you are doing well with your finances, that your finances are stable. And then focus on meeting someone. All right? Because God has a plan for everyone, He has someone out there for everyone. I've been told that so many times, and to be honest, I jumped the gun. And I think it's time that I finally learned to stop doing that. Now I'm just focused on me. Focus on getting my life right, uh, working on YouTube, and just trying to find my happiness. And that's key. Find your happiness before you bring someone else into your life, but make sure that person has found their happiness and it's equivalent to yours, so that there's no conflict, where you're happy with your life choices, you're stable, and then you bring someone into your life that's a total chaotic mess. Okay. I mean, yeah, you may have someone who's chaotic, but they could still be a good person. But the only way you'll know that is if you spend the proper time getting to know them. And everything Alpha M spoke about in his video, I hate when this thing does that. I got crappy camera. I'm sorry for the fluctuations, but everything he spoke about in his video is true. It hits on point. It hits home. And guys and women, this is what you have to do. Start focusing on your happiness first. Because when you're happy with yourself, you're fully focused on yourself. When you have things stable with yourself, that's when the right person will come along. Anyway. Oh, I didn't expect this video to go that route, but guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope everyone takes a little something away from it, not just from what I've been blabbering, but from what Alpha M says. Because everything that he talked about is something that can improve you, whether it be physically, mentally, financially, one way or the other. Everything he said is relevant in order for a person to be happy and stable and finding that perfect someone for them. what I love the most is when he said so many people stay in relationships that aren't good for them because they feel that they can work it out, or especially like marriages where a couple may, their relationship may be rock bottom, but they're staying together because they have children. And they say that's the only reason they're staying together. That's not a good reason. I know you want to be there for your children, but your children are watching this toxic relationship as they grow up. Do you really want that? Anyway, I know somebody sitting there, what are you talking about? You ain't married, you ain't got kids, what you know? I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway. All right, guys. You all take care. We're gonna end the video here, and I will catch you all in the next one. If you like my reaction to Alpha M's video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and share the video. I'm gonna link his channel. If you've never been to his channel, trust me, especially guys, his channel is for you. And some ladies may go there and check it out, saying like, ooh, what man, I can find out some stuff about help me with my man. Never know, he may hook you up. But the fact is that I'm going to link his channel and the original video down in the description. Okay, go there, show him some love. All right, tell him Dark Wolf 92 sent you, and and everyone, just take care of yourselves. Stay blessed. Always go with God. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.